Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome once again to Might and Magic 3. Well, it is yet another post-game commentary, and I'm trying to figure out where to go next. I am in the area around Wildebar, however, there are some things I need to do. I have an inventory full of artifacts and silver skulls that I need to get rid of, if only to clear space. So first we go to turn those silver skulls back to the hometown, and just to get some quick experience and money. There you go, 3,000 gold, some experience, nice. Then I know where two castles are. I just don't know where they can be, where you can go to turn the items in. So it looks like first we'll try Castle White Shield. I am very pleased with the number of spell points my sorcerer now has. That is one thing to note. But yeah, I'm looking at how many items there are. Now, I understand that the artifacts mostly give experience with a boost if they're the same alignment as you, and I've got 5 good and 1 neutral character, so I guess those are the ones I'll have to go through first. The problem is, I don't know how the experience is divvied up. Whether it's given to a 1 character per thing, or split between everybody. So off to Castle White Shield, and off to wander around, looking for where I'm going to have to turn these things in. Now, at a certain point, I did uncover it, but I couldn't remember. I know Zealot King Righteous is looking for power orbs, which I need to take into account. There are a few little side corridors, which I'm completely missing at this point. And yes, I am fully aware that I'm missing the 2 right near the entrance, which is where I do need to go eventually. But first, let's take a walk around the castle, because clearly I am completely lost. And for God's sake, don't loot anything, because that's a good way to just get completely wrecked. Assuming I can eventually find the thing, I do not want to try to break into anything. And that's definitely a way to get owned. Yeah, I'm just curious as to... I mean, there's the warning right there. Thieves will be eradicated. They do signpost things very well in there. I don't understand why I tried to rob them that first time. I mean, eventually you probably should, just for the experience, but... Here we go. I am Proteus, protector of the relics. Many artifacts once rested in the castle shrine, but they were plundered in the Great War of old between the alignments. I welcome that which you present to us and beseech you to return any other artifacts you may uncover in your quest. So there you turn the good artifacts in and get your bonus. It doesn't actually tell you what you get, but it does remove them from the inventory. See, they're gone. At least the good ones are. There is a castle where you can turn in the evil ones, and another one where you can turn in the neutral ones. Neutral one is over near Wildebar. Castle Bloodrain. So I guess that's my next goal. Head on over to Wildebar and turn these items in. There's just so much to do in this game. I'm using a walkthrough, and it's still just a little bit above and beyond what I can reasonably just blind play. I will say this, and it's something which comes up a little more often. The walkthrough that I am referring to on this is not a complete one. It is incredibly good for the first half of the game, and then it rapidly peters off with entire maps missing, entire areas unlooked at. So, at a certain point, I'm going to be using multiple walkthroughs just to scrape together the information I need. I don't tend to look at the walkthroughs first. I use them as a guide to decide, where to go next, because otherwise I can spend, as I did earlier, 3-4 sessions just looking for where to go next. Even with the walkthrough, I'm getting things like this where I spent half an hour trying to figure out where to go next. I've turned in the neutral artifacts. Let's see where I go next. I think I just need to clear some wilderness space. There's a lot of wilderness space around some towns that I need to basically just start figuring out how to deal with. Now that I've got several levels under my belt. The problem is figuring out how to go to first. Now what I do look at is I see mention of another couple dungeons, but I'm not sure whether they're there yet or not. Because here's the thing. I've got a key to get into one, but I don't know that it actually appeared yet. Let's do some training real quick. There you go. Making sure I got the food, make sure everybody's good to go. Quickly level everybody up. Or everybody I can up. There you go, and I need more gold. Great. Another trip to the bank. See if I can misspell home 3 times. Once again, just kind of taking a little bit of money out of my $1 million plus in the bank. Hopefully I'm making it back in interest. Let's take 15 grand out real quick. And then head on back. Back to Wildabar of all places. Just because that's the latest place I had the training at. And yeah, I'm realizing that the level, and I think I may have mentioned this last time, the levels, I'm not seeing myself achieving the ridiculous levels that I achieved in World of Xeen, because it seems like this one's geared towards a lower end of character. Which is fine. It's just, interesting how that works out. Trying to figure out where to go next. Man, at this point, I think this is where I think about the Caverns of Fear or something, which is supposedly up near the main town. Yet I'm not 100% sure whether it appears yet. Yeah, so let's go to Fountainhead. Head out of town. Then go over into the wilderness, looking for a dungeon that I don't think has actually appeared. Coming down here, and I believe I'm in the correct region. I believe I'm just north of it a little bit. But it's not on the overworld map. And it's not necessarily in view. Wait, I just saw something. Maybe it is there. Maybe I was just blind. No, that was a different one. That was a different one. So the one I'm thinking of should be right in front of me. Unless the map I was looking at is wrong. And it's entirely possible that the map I was looking at is wrong. So I may have to go over there again sometime just to figure it out. But there's a couple of entrances there. I spent some time looking around. Don't see it. Stare at it again just in case it appeared while I wasn't looking. And then try to figure out where to go next. I mean, I could just wait here to see if it appears. Nope. So there is another dungeon over there, which I think might be another one that I can open and get into. But the thought didn't even occur to me at this point. So, yeah, wilderness exploration it is. I go down here because I realized something. I can try to get into one of these dungeons. Can't enter that one just yet. I'm thinking, well, where do I go next? I remembered vaguely there were the Halls of Insanity down here, except I didn't remember where they were, even though they're on the map very clearly there. So I'm like, oh, where do I go? Let's wander around the woods for a little while. Again, even though I do have a walkthrough, you get instances where I just don't know which one to go for next. There's the insect, the one I just came from. And I noticed this little hut on this island here. Resting in a crimson pillow within a case of glass sits a gold card with an engraved pyramid. Break the glass, and that is the gold key card, which lets you get into the pyramids. And now I have it, and I can enter the pyramids. Let's go see what ancient evil is in that pyramid. As soon as I remember where it is. There we go. I see it. Go into the pyramid and... wow, this is sci-fi. And this is one of the things I like about Might and Magic series, especially the early ones, is that you get into the game thinking it's a whimsical fantasy game, but it is actually science fantasy / sci-fi. And of course, you have to deal with technological stuff. Now, I am lulled into a sense of false security here because I can deal with these guys in one shot. I'm like, oh, that's not too hard. I just need to throw some protection from electricity off. It's got interstellar transport vehicle at Shippath 0. Codename Wandering Seed. Cargo Terraform platform modules. Destination third sphere of some system. That's interesting. Let's get some protection from electricity up so I can start poking around. And I'm feeling pretty good here. I'm able to take the monsters that I encounter in this thing all without too much of a problem. Protection from elements electricity is going to mitigate the damage from those fields. Go ahead and hit the wrong button while trying to bash the door open. Just knock the door open and bam. Let's go ahead and kill it in one hit. Alright, so far so good. Another thing I can go ahead and take down in just a couple hits. Got that one, which I'm taking down in multiples, I believe. So it looks like they're taking more than one hit, but that's actually multiples I'm killing. Get to do a little exploration. Yeah, I'm wounded, but that's fine, that's fine. The word for Castle Greywind is circle, which I think is something I can use at the mirror, maybe? Who knows? I'm going to have to try it. At any rate, let's try to get in there, and all of a sudden, uh-oh. Iron Wizard, and it's just wrecking me. Look at this. Oh my god, I tried to melee it down. No dice. Just completely owned. Maybe that was a mistake. But that's okay. That's okay, because we just saved. So what to do with that? That is a rough kind of creature. Might try it again though. Let's try and look around here first. Kill that thing. Try and see if there's like an alternate an alternate way we can go. Let's try this corridor, because this looks like it just loops around up top. Doesn't look like there's a lot of dangerous stuff. So here's another Iron Wizard. This time I'm a little bit more careful, because I know that it can just obliterate me. We're trying the energy blast on it, because that seems to hit it. It's just using the miniguns on me for some reason. Let's go ahead and try the Deadly Swarm, because it does targeted damage. So I've already got it in the red. So they can go down pretty quick. Drop 30 gems. Alright, so I can take them down. It's rough, but I can absolutely take one of them down. Here we go again. I should have healed up. That's not a problem though. Let's just keep trying. Energy blast it. We'll get the proper cure wounds up. Try and not lose my dude. Just need to take this down, burn it down quick as we can. And the problem is that these are separated into little compartments, so that every time I come against one, every time I open it into the next one, I can't just send a lightning bolt or something down the corridor and hit multiples of it. So if every other one of these has one of those behind it, that's going to be trouble. Now I'm remembering I should probably top everybody up. Could have been worse. Could have been way better, but could have been worse. Go ahead and get everybody topped up, and oh no, there's two. Oh no. Instantly brought most of my party real low. Trying to find a much more damaging spell. Try Dragon Breath. Electricity? Zap. Alright, that brought him down to yellow. Trying First Aid. I should really try like a better heal. Already got two people down. One of them's a damage dealer. That's not great. So I should be able to come over and take these guys, but I really need... Like, they are doing a lot of damage. You really need to buff up before taking two of them on. And God forbid there's more than two of them in a group. And now that's just that. Alright, maybe being in there is not such a great idea. Maybe I should try somewhere else first. So let's go ahead, take a couple of these down, and get the hell out of here. So yeah, space. Sci-fi elements. That's about as expected. Alright. Now where to go, though? We're going to have to do the wilderness stuff? I think we're going to have to do the wilderness stuff. Are there any more dungeons I can look into? Probably one or two, but I don't know where they are. That's the whole problem. Once again, I'm thinking Hall of Lunacy, but then I'm like, let's just get through the stuff near Swamp Town, because we can clear some of the external wilderness cells out near there, and get some experience. Maybe come back later with a couple more levels under our belt. Let's see how hard these are to take down. Looks like they're folding pretty easily. They're doing some damage, but they're coming down. Now I just need to find out where to get them to stop spawning from. So once again, it's another however many minutes of lawnmowering back and forth, dealing with creatures, trying to find their lair. And generally just trying not to die while I'm doing it. They drop nice money. I had forgotten about Princess Trueberry. Love is a status ailment in this game, so if you have love on you, then you have to come by for her. I just forget where you get the love debuff. More Death Locusts. Seem to be going down a lot easier than before. I mean, I've only got like, what, 5 levels since then? So we're taking them down. Mind you, they're coming up in greater numbers, so I need to be careful about that. See if we can't just lawnmower back and forth over this thing and clear everything we can. So that's what we gotta do. Nice drops, though. The Vampire King dwells in the Tomb of Terra, where he rules over an army of undead creatures equaled only by the legions of the Moo cult. He forever seeks to extend his dominion. Nice tip about the Vampire King, which I'm assuming is relatively nearby. Probably assuming wrong, but that's okay. More death locusts. And there I go, I found the other block. See, the problem is that now you're facing jesters and stuff, but that means that that's not the block you need. Nice treasure. There's a bunch of treasure just buried in this area. That's the good thing. But unfortunately, that's because there's one special one that I'll run into later. There's a dungeon I don't have the key for, so there's that. I gotta find all of the stuff in this cell, and I've got to basically stay in this cell, because that's where their respawners are going to be. And I know these guys respawn because they've done it before. So I've got this entire area to go into. Another treasure. Nice. Nice gold. Nice items. Keep lawnmowering back and forth. And hope not to die. That's the problem. People are getting knocked out. That's not great. I'm trying to cure poison, but it's not a poison. I should have looked at my status effects before. Just try and get everybody back up. That's all I can do. Well, I could rest too, but there is that. Alright, then my maps wear off. Great. Let's kill more of these. Keep going back and forth. Just try and clear in an area. More of these creatures. Just trying desperately to figure out where their lair is. And there's that guy again, because I'm not looking at the map properly. I need to go in, get my people rezzed, and then go back out. So I lost half the party due to just not paying attention, basically. Where's the way back to the hometown? Because it's cheaper to raise people there. Get everybody healed and rezzed. See, some people have to get healed twice because they're cursed. Or insane. I forget which one. And that sticks with you even after death. Alright. See about getting out of this town and back into the wilderness. Fortunately, it could be worse. Unfortunately, I think a lot of them respawned. No, I gotta fight them through them again, but at least I can pick up where I left off, right? So as long as I don't die here, there's a lot of them. Yeah, there's your respawn. So I need to find those spawners and get rid of them. At least for the death locusts. Those things are rough. Get everybody up and preferably back up above yellow. Just go back to lawnmowering back and forth. At this point, I'm not sure I'm going to find any of these lairs. I've almost done the whole thing. There's a lair. Powerful treasure scattered throughout it. And then you select a character, and it just kills them. Oh my god. There goes Scorn. So what am I going to do? Am I going to run up and get res? Nah. We're going to keep looking for these spawners. That's what we're going to do. Because we need to at least get a handle on these Respawns. Well, there's some shadow rogues. Lots and lots of shadow rogues. Is that a good sign? I'm almost dying. Judging from the castle plan sitting on a small table and the variety of booty scattered on the floor, this appears to be a rogue's lair. There's the rogue's lair. Get me a lot of items. And fill up my inventory completely, apparently. And then with that, it's time to go ahead and get somebody res and get everybody healed, because that was getting rough. Then we can come back and finish the sweep, looking for the locust spawner. Get back to town. Heal us all up. And there we go. Get back into the wilds. Oh, at this point I should have been checking my inventory. Because my inventory is full. More locusts? Oh no! Ugh. Hopefully that means that we're near to these guys, but I'm not holding my breath. It's only so much land, though. And I know they respawn. There's gotta be a spawner in here somewhere. Not every monster group has a lair or a spawner that you can take out. Just most of them. Alright, there's a nest of death locust larvae. Burn them? Yes. It's 100,000 experience, and they don't respawn. Although any ones that are left are, well, they're left. We gotta figure them out, so. Now I just gotta put the rest of it on my map so I can continue onward. Well, where to go next now that we've cleared this square? Well, largely cleared this square. Looks like I could continue exploring to the south, maybe. I did encounter some jesters down there. They weren't too bad. Let's go around the coast. Because that way I can at least get an outline of this particular land. Maybe? Maybe I do need to heal. Or maybe I should go in and check all my stuff. Like sell items and such, but that takes time. Can't use that. Can't do that in the middle of an episode. Right? Everybody patched up at the temple, even though I could just rest. Let's check out the training hall, see if anybody needs to level up. There's Charity level up. And there's Ophelia leveled up. Not bad. Really should save it, yeah. I was thinking that. I was like, this has been a while since I saved. Now, we're coming short on time, but I think I've got enough time to go a little bit longer just in order to get a little bit more mapped out. Just a little bit more mapped out. Oh, plenty of trees. Tree golems. And there's a jester on the ocean. More tree golems. I don't even begin to know how to fight this many of these. Here's me trying to figure out which spells are most effective on them, but that's almost a lost cause in and of itself. Can we take them down more efficiently than this? Because I think I can just melee them. That doesn't do too bad. It's just they have so many hit points. Gotta get my cleric back up, so I don't have to immediately walk back to town. Yeah, lots of spell points on my casters now. That's a good thing. That's a real good thing. Mind you, the further you get up in level, the more the level dependent spells cost. So that cuts both ways. Well, I can see another land. I just can't get to another land. More tree golems. And this puts me in the next area, so I know the boundary of my cube, so to speak, here. I guess it's a square, because there's only the one plane. And this is wherein I queue up way too many attacks, thinking I get to attack through the trees. But no, instead I hit the key a bunch, and then I realize, oh no! I queued way too many attacks up. I'm just going to be firing into the wilderness forever. La 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 la, this is the problem with this game. You can queue up yeah, there's me trying to wriggle out of it, and then queued up all of that at the end. Great. Remind me not to do that again. More tree golems. I haven't found a spawner yet, but hey, that could change. I don't know that these guys respawn. They could just be one of the kinds that don't. Heal up so that everybody is not red anymore. And immediately they take the cleric down. I'm still wondering if those two in the middle aren't the front line and the ones on the sides just get less and less likely to get attacked. That could explain so much. I'm not sure if that's the way that it goes, but it might be worth trying out within a couple episodes. Try and get myself a little bit of enemies done at this point. Try lightning bolt. Lightning bolt did damage them quite a bit. They might be weak to lightning. I thought they'd be weak to fire, but apparently not. But lightning just doesn't hit them well enough. And I'm already seeing a second rank lined up behind them. That's not great. Try and get healed up while I'm dealing with these guys. Come on. Not that hard. There we go. Just need to heal up again. Hopefully this will get easier over time. I doubt it, but hopefully it will. Save so I don't forget. Not that it's going to particularly help me later, because I always forget. And it's just lawnmowering back and forth, just panning over the map over and over again. Swim fast or die. Interesting. Interesting. More tree golem. We're just trying to go back and forth and map this area. It's kind of tedious, but that's fine. At least we're getting experience, and with a little risk. Oh, something sparkles under the water surface. Retrieve it. Nice. Armor and gold. And we go back and forth. Deal with more trees. Kind of cure myself up. Save the game again. And this is important, because I'm going to learn my lesson early in the next episode. I'm going to get taught a lesson. Here we go, quicksand. I should have had levitation up, but no, that was a party wipe. I did just say, but that was a party wipe. And actually, what I am going to do... Well, no, I'm going to go ahead and go with it. Because here's the thing. That save right there, that is the last save I do for a while. I forget to save between episodes. So, spoiler for the next one. I'm going to be doing a lot of editing. And editing without real-time commentary on the particular mess-up that happens there is going to be real fun. But, we're just clearing monsters from the woods. Clearing monsters from the woods. How long do I go before I end up regretting not saving since that point? That is a challenge. I will try to cut any repeats out, but don't get too attached to any items I discover out here, because they're going to be randomized again. Although now I think about it, yeah, we're dealing with the Jesters. The Jesters I don't know about. I do not know where they come from. They go down too quick for me to worry about. They're in weird places. More treasure. So all the treasure in Magic is pretty much randomized. So it's almost a roguelike in that sense. You don't know what layout you're going to get each time. Dealing with them Jesters. Another treasure. Beware the trees. Gee, thanks. Now I'm on my way out. Keep that levitate up and running. Undead welcome. I guess I'm getting close to some sort of undead place. Let's keep going. And another treasure. At this point, I've gone through this entire section. So I think now that that's done, we need to go back. I didn't find any spawners the entire time. Looking back and forth for those spawners, but not really seeing anything. I do see a square I missed way down here, just getting it on the map. But yeah, no spawners for any of those things. Although, from the looks of it, they are not respawning, so that much is good. The question is, will it stay that way? And this is where I come around the south here. And start eyeballing them gargoyles. Only to realize, hey, you know what? Oh, there's another thing buried in the bottom. Nice amount of gold there. Not bad at all. And we find that dungeon I can't actually get into because I don't have the key. See, do not have the key. I need to do the next section. See if I can't cast levitate. I hit quicksand again. Let's go back. Oh no, Death Locust. I was worried they were respawning, but I don't think they are. I think that's just the leftovers from after I killed their spawner. Need to come in here. We're going to go ahead and get healed up. We'll pay to get everybody healed up. See about getting any training? Anybody needing a level up? Nope. Nobody can level up. And I do sort through the stuff that I just got, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and cut it because, spoiler alert, I do regret my decision here, and all of this is pointless. So for now, I'm going to wrap it up here. This has been the RPG Crawler with Might and Magic 3. Until next time, take care and goodbye. And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen, without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribestar, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.